Hello guys, and I hope you will like our Russian geography lesson today, because not only we will visit different regions like Rostov and Stavropol inside Russia, but we will also analyze these military-industrial facilities that were targeted these days. And when I was reading about the size of the damage, the cost of the damage caused by inexpensive Ukrainian drones to these huge and very important plants and factories, I've decided to start this video with a quote that I loved in one of the international newspapers. The head of the Ukrainian drone forces, and yes, now we have drone forces within the Ukrainian army, recently visited a big NATO facilities. And there he was shown some amazing equipment, and people asked him, what do you think about all that? He, of course, complimented the cars, I don't know what else he was shown, but later continued. It could take 15 minutes for the swarm of Ukrainian drones to destroy all these billions of dollars. This is what modern war like. And honestly, when they say asymmetrical warfare, sometimes you feel like weird, but then when you realize that asymmetrical war means cheap Ukrainian drones destroying billion of dollar facilities inside Russia, you kind of like it. So let's talk about these attacks on Stavropol signal radio plant, and then Azot Chemical Plant in Rostov, and Kupol electromechanical plant in Izhevsk. Actually, the list is really long. My name is Anna, I'm from Ukraine, I'm in Ukraine, and if you want to see the defeat of Russia and the demilitarization that we are actually talking about right now, subscribe and please like and share these videos. This is the easiest but extremely effective way to demonstrate your solidarity with Ukraine and also to help us fight Russian disinformation. And let's start with the freshest target demilitarized, and it is in Stavropol. Not that close to the front lines, but it doesn't stop our long-range drones. So there we neutralized signal radio plant. And I love how ironic the attack of Ukrainian drones on this facility is. You know why? Because this plant works on the production of jamming systems that are vital for the modern wars, for aviation, and for the Russian troops on the front lines. They create systems like Topol-E, Gardenia, which are supposed to jam drones. So the drone jamming plant was destroyed by drones. Sums up, and I hope this will continue. Plus, once again, just compare the targets. Our enemies choosing Ukraine, hospitals, schools, markets, and what we actually destroy inside the Russian Federation. Legitimate targets like the other one, that is Azot Chemical Plant located in Rostov region. That plant produces various explosives that are later used in artillery shells, in various like missiles. You know, Russia needs a lot of explosives, and it is always beautiful to watch how these objects detonate, understanding that together with these detonations we actually save a lot of innocent lives and disrupt Russia's military production, despite the fact that they invest billions of dollars in this war, actually trillions of dollars, guys, because one day of war in Ukraine approximately costs 900 million per day. In Russia, that is a poor country, and those of you who traveled to the periphery will know I'm not lying. I don't see waves of people who want to move to Russia, even if they like great Russian culture. And there is a new video on our channel, and no, that's not a mistake. I consider all of these channels not mine but ours because of this community and friendship that we have. And on my Anna Danilchuk channel there is a new video about the so-called great Russian culture, and there I tell you a little bit more about my filming experience, and also about I actually ask you some questions and demonstrate you the reasons why Russian culture is a very complex thing, and if it nurtures people prepared to loot and rape, maybe there is something wrong with it. If you need some arguments, if you want to understand more about Russian culture, Russian literature, and in particular modern Russian culture, do check this video I connected here, and of course subscribe to this channel too and share the videos. This is the great help, and I'm always immensely grateful for your support in this informational, I don't know if we may say war, but what not, like Russia typically first creates the narratives and then destroys the hospitals. So another target that was recently demilitarized is Kupol electromechanical plant in Izhevsk. You see how many locations we visit, and I am choosing because there are way more with oil refineries, with military air bases. I have just decided to dedicate this video to military industrial facilities like plants and factories. And this is a great shift in the way the war develops and in the way many people predicted it would develop. Even good friends of Ukraine gave us like 72 hours, 2 weeks, and look at us now targeting dozens of Russian regions and paralyzing their airports and actually demonstrating that nowhere in Russia is safe as long as you keep targeting Ukraine. To those who want peace, first, Ukrainians want peace more than anybody else. Second, the moment Russian army leaves Ukrainian territory, the war ends. We cannot stop defending ourselves. But as soon as Russian soldiers leave Ukrainian territory, well, we will not continue fighting, trust me. We have other things to do. So this Kupol electromechanical plant also produced air defense systems like Tor, Harpia, and air defense did not save it. So look just how beautiful that is. We've destroyed with drones, drone jamming factory. We've destroyed with drones air defense factory. And this is a beautiful demonstration. This is a beautiful proof that modern war is very different from something you read in the books, from something that you prepared for just 10 years ago. When I read Ukrainian newspapers, it's not like the fantasy world, but they talk about robots that can in future substitute infantry. And if this will happen, this will definitely happen in Ukraine, because we care about human life. We want to protect people, and it is super important to substitute them with robots and drones whenever it is possible. Right now, we may say that this huge wall between Russia and Ukraine already exists, at least on the front lines, and it is created of drones. Unbelievable, but very real. Unfortunately, I have them flying on my streets. Could I imagine something similar like 3 years ago? No. Only in some movies with, I don't know, Tom Cruise or Bruce Willis. But that's my daily life. And it evolves and develops very quickly because, like, if you want to survive, you're super motivated. And that is why Ukraine is not a burden. Ukraine is an asset in the world with Iran, in the world with North Korea, in the world with very unpredictable China and crazy Russia. Ukraine is the asset of the Western world. They keep naming us rotting West, and I have a video about that too on the new channel. Check it, and to understand what is wrong with the people in Russia who keep sending their children into your cities but keep naming your and my cities rotting West. No, we're not rotting. Russia is rotting from inside, and what we observe right now is this dissolution process, which is very, very ugly. Anyway, I'm happy that in this asymmetrical warfare we have our strategies, and today I have introduced you to the one which is focused on weakening and disrupting Russia's defense production facilities. And just during this week, 3 very big and very expensive facilities demilitarized with the help of really inexpensive drones developed by people who know how to fight the war protecting their homes, hospitals. Please remember, we are defenders of our homes, of our schools, of our culture and language. Russians can return back home any minute, and trust me, they have a lot of things to do that. They've got a lot of problems, for example, their economy. And I'm almost sure that even with all our good strategies, economy is the first thing that will stop them sooner than you expect. Thank you so much for all the support. Follow me on X, Instagram, Blue Sky, Threads, Discord, and the links are in the description of this video, same as the link to our merch shop. And there we have a lot of beautiful products, t-shirts, cups, caps, hoodies, and all of them work well as reminders and conversation starters about Ukraine. And I'm very grateful when you choose to be our ambassadors literally in every corner of the world. Thank you for buying me coffees, becoming my patrons and sponsors of the channel, but most importantly, thank you for standing with Ukraine. Slava Ukraini!